Hi guys, it's Rob from Quart, and today I'm going to be telling you 5 reasons why Quart will always be an audiophile brand. Reason number 1, heritage. So let's talk about Quart heritage. First of all, what is Quart? MB stands for microphone builder. The quart is short for quarter note. And Quart is obviously been known for its heritage of superior sound quality. I mean, back in the day, during the heyday of sound competitions, it was a part of that winning formula, the guaranteed recipe to win an SQ competition. So when Maxonics acquired the company, it was a part of the rebuilding process. It was traded amongst a couple other brands in the industry, and some of the product development and the product suffered. Um, when Maxonics acquired it, we did a part of a rebuilding process. For the early part of the car audio development under the new ownership, it was kind of just a flatline, decently made product. But then in recent times, in the last decade, we've been kind of pushing the innovation, the limits, and kind of defining what power sports audio is. MB Quart and UTV audio kind of go hand in hand together, especially with our partnerships on the OEM side through Polaris, through CF Moto, and we brought this whole new type of energy to our internal team and to the community at large, right? When people heard MB Quart in that UTV space, they go, "Hey, I used to run your stuff in my car back in the day." And all this conversations at these power sports event really got our team motivated to bring the same energy we brought to the power sports side and reinvigorate our mobile side of the business. So one thing that we had on the top of the list that we needed to get done is making the QSE 216s, the return of German-made original recipe Q series speakers. So we're bringing the audiophile back into the name MB Quart. It's never left, but we're bringing that ultra premium series back. But then that also spawned a bunch of different stuff on our end. You know, we needed a subwoofer that could pair well with that. We talked about it in a previous CMA live about our reference series subwoofers. That with an RA1 amplifier, those three together are a winning formula for an amazing sound quality experience, an audiophile experience in your car or truck. Reason number 2, signature sound. And with all that heritage, one thing that's always talked about is the signature sound that Quart brings to your system. And that's everything from the milligrade grade titanium dome tweeter. This is our Q series, beautiful, ultra premium titanium dome tweeter. And this is a part of a 9-step die process. We have an aluminum housing. So for thermal levels, it dissipates all the heat. And it's an ultra premium style of build of housing for this tweeter housing. And it takes it to the next level. So that's one recipe of the signature sound. But then we have to talk about the Q crossover network. The Q crossover network is something that we're really proud of, something that I even personally and everyone that I've known that has this series showcases in their install. We don't hide these behind a door panel. We are putting these right next to, maybe on our amp rack, really showcasing them. One, because they're visually stunning, and then the performance levels with the balanced thermal technology where you're getting the most out of this system. You know, cast aluminum backplate. So all of that is a ultra premium build quality. And that's the second part of the recipe. And then obviously the Q series mid bass. Q series mid bass is made from a blend style cone development. So lightweight mica filled poly blend. So superior strength frequency reproduction, durability. This means that the mid-bass frequencies remain very musical without distortions that could be caused with, cone flexing. And with its cone-of-linear design, the mid bass gives you an amazing off-axis performance, right? And we know that when we're doing these builds, it's all about dialing in that axis performance and getting the right geometry right, so that you could have an amazing listening experience. So yeah, signature sound with MB Quart Q series speakers. It's the combination of the military A spec titanium dome tweeter with a butyl rubber surround, 9-step progressive die. So it's going to give it an overall consistent shape to the crossover network. It's all adds up to give you that unique signature MB Quart Q series experience. Reason number 3, technology. So let's get ultra nerdy about this. Let's talk about some of the cool technology, the German-made technology that's going into these speaker systems. So let's start with the mid bass. We'll start on the back end here with the motor and the frame. So frame is a die-cast aluminum basket. It's designed to be lightweight, extremely rigid. So that means that it's going to be a more rigid frame, so that your speaker is going to be able to perform without any kind of distortions, and allows that there's no flex or anything that's happening on that end. The low profile form could be easily installed in most factory locations with little to no modification. The motor itself is a solid neodymium magnet in a low carbon steel containment cup. This is the strongest magnet that could be used and focuses all the energy around the voice coil deep inside there. That's some of the technology on the motor and the frame end, but let's go deep into the cone and the surround material. So we obviously use a natural butyl rubber surround for smooth, durable performance, a flexible piston action UV protected rubber, which allows temperature swings in very warm or very cold situations, especially for, MB Quart is located in the Chicagoland area. We have to have that. We're getting in the cold months now. And then let's talk about the cone material. The cone is a lightweight mica-filled polyblend for strength, superior frequency reproduction, and durability. This means that the mid bass remains very musical without any distortions that could be caused with cone flexing. The design, the geometry is specifically engineered for the best mid-bass response and off-axis performance. And that's the mid-bass. Let's go into the crossover network. So the Q series crossover network is a two-way, and it features an external audiophile crossover network. So it guides the frequencies from from the amplifier to each driver/speaker. The system is designed with tight tolerance components, low loss polypropylene film caps, air wound coils for superior sound quality, and 1% high tolerance metal film resistors, which reduces phase shift for better staging and imaging. Right? This is ultra technology filled here. And on the back, it's all about our BTT, our balanced temperature technology for the cooling system. Throughout every component in this system, obviously we saw that with the frame of the crossover, but here with the back cast plate here, it's basically a heat sink. So this is going to better removes the excess heat from the system, and it's going to give you a long-term performance out of that. Moving on to one of the most important things of the system of the MB Quart Q sound, and that's the tweeter. So the tweeter is a 1-inch military A-spec titanium dome tweeter with a butyl rubber surround and a cast aluminum housing. This is also made, like I've mentioned before, about cooling it to remove the excess heat for peak performance. The tweeter material is in a 9-step uh, progressive die, which is going to give the overall consistent shape. And the phase lens is specifically designed for off-axis performance. And reason number 4, engineering. And we could even go even further, stuff that we can't see on the speaker. So we could talk about the spider. The spider is a woven fiber cotton blend spider to stabilize the cone and voice coil all during all the musical situations, right? We need that stability so we could get that performance out of the mid bass speaker. The voice coil, we have a 1-inch high temperature copper voice coil on a Kapton former. The former is lighter and stronger than aluminum, which allows the component to be supported slightly higher frequency extensions and efficiencies. So the big thing for us is that we didn't want to change up a lot of this technology, right? This is still basically the same formula and technology from the original Q series. And we just made sure that everything was a little bit more refined. The processes were in place where everything is to spec and the quality control is next to none. So and that's that German level of engineering. That's made in Germany quality, and that's made in Germany sound with MB Quart. And obviously, reason number 5, made in Germany. And the last and most important point is that it's made in Germany. The Q series QSC 216 is back in the original MB Quart factory in Germany. We've heard you, we've heard the community, we've heard ourselves. We at MB Quart love the speaker series. We take pride in the speaker series. We understand the speakers of old, right? The only thing really difference between these two is maybe some cosmetic changes and some paint changes on the back, but it is literally made in the same factory. And that's something, a point of pride in us. We've heard you, we've heard the community, and we know that you guys want that MB Quart performance that's made in Germany. So we brought it back in the original factory, and it sounds better than ever. So that's it from the MB Quart, and reintroducing the Q series audiophile speaker. Once again, guys, it's Rob here from MB Quart, and I just gave you 5 reasons why MB Quart Q series speakers will always be audiophile. To learn more about the product, check out our website, mbquart.com, or follow us on our social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care.